Welcome back to more Earthworm Jim.
Groovy!
Yep, last time we did the first two levels, and now we're going to be doing everyone's favorite levels, the pod race and down the tubes.
Now, if I remember correctly, I don't know why I remember this, the Sega CD version has a shortcut so you can skip the underwater levels in their entirety. It's like a hidden level warp.
I don't remember that.
I remember my friend Stu telling me about it, because he's like, oh yeah, the Sega CD version is clearly the best version because of the soundtrack and the level skips. So I always took his word on it.
The Sega CD version is the same as the 95 version.
Oh, then in which case the warps will be in the Windows 95 version as well. Presumably.
There were all sorts of neat, interesting things that they added, such as in level 1, you can there's actually a part of the level where you play as just Jim without a suit.
Yes, I vaguely recall. Vaguely.
Back when I was playing it way back when, I only got as far as Big Broody, though. The new level they added specifically to that version. And never beat it. Broody always chewed my hide.
Well, some animals chew on worms. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
An extra continue. We're not going to have loads of those by the end, are we?
I think you can get at most 9?
9?
Yeah, but I'm only going to be having like 7 or 6 by the end.
9 seems excessive for number of continues.
Well, you can gain 1 between each level, basically. You have to collect 50 of those blue orbs in the anti-asteroids, and I think you also have to
beat Psycho to the end as well. That sort of trumpet noise when you scrunch up. Are those udders?
I have no idea what they are.
I blame Spielberg. It's his fault that none of this makes sense. But was it Spielberg or was it Lucas who did all the cartoons? It was Spielberg, wasn't it? Who did this, Animaniacs, Freakazoid.
I don't think Spielberg had anything to do with this. I'm pretty sure it was all Doug Knapple.
Ah. Why was I tying this in with Freakazoid and Animaniacs? I guess because of the
still
era.
Universal.
Ah, perhaps.
They make a lot of jokes about Universal too in the series.
It's like The Simpsons and Fox. They can't stop trashing the things that they love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Doug Knapple. So it's absolutely nothing to do with what's his face? I've forgotten his name. That's how important he is. Spielberg. Fair dues. Oh, Jim Cummings. He was in this.
He was in everything.
Yeah, I made that same connection. I was doing some commentary on another channel some time ago, and the topic of Jim Cummings came up. You know, voice of Dr. Robotnik in Satam and all that sort of stuff. Very, very evil voice.
I believe this is one of the few instances in the game where the Plasma Blaster is actually good, because you can get rid of number 9s and number 3s, those cats walking around in the tunnels.
Oh, dead. I thought you said you did the pod race in one go. Or
this is down the tubes.
Oh, right, okay.
Pod race is the next level.
Ah, okay.
Now, I'm not sure if it's possible to actually beat pod race in the DOS version without getting to the secret air container. But I remember not needing it inside of the Genesis version. Mostly because I didn't know of its existence in the Genesis version.
Maybe it doesn't exist in the Genesis version.
It should be there.
I mean, there's so much there's so many things that are different between games in this era, between their DOS and their console counterparts, and then between consoles themselves. So many differences.
I know here in the DOS version, before the onslaught of those like bacteria things in level 5, which is not the 5th level, there's a bunch of power-ups that they give you in the DOS, but they're not there in the SNES version. I remember seeing.
Maybe people complain because the SNES version wasn't fair or something like that. Can't think of any reason why they'd add them otherwise.
It is a pretty obnoxious section. And even with all those power-ups, until you learn the pattern, it's an utter nightmare.
Speaking of nightmare, we're back in the pod.
Yep.
I was never keen on these levels. From what I remember of them, I was never keen on these levels at all. Oh hey, you're right. Totally kills those cat things at one go.
Yep, but I forgot to flip the switch up there.
There we go. Here we go, another one.
Yep.
This wouldn't be half as bad if there wasn't that obnoxious timer to deal with.
Yeah, because it's already bad enough that if you bump the walls, the thing cracks, and if it takes enough damage, it just collapses. Which is really the big stress inducer for pod race. Is both because needing to go fast and the fact that if you bump enough, you die. Like this.
Oh! You could do it. God, this is so stress-inducing, and I'm just watching it.
Yes. Utter position going through.
You had that in the bag the whole time. You were just making it look bad.
Yep.
That was just to make us extra scared for you. How are you meant to avoid him then?
I don't honestly know or remember.
Fair enough. Onward!
I also like that the cow still floats through the background in some of these levels.
Is that the same cow that we launched in the very first level?
Yep.
Well, he moves around.
Certainly does.
You're really good at these sections.
Well, they're not really that hard.
Oh, there he is, modest as well. This is what I love about Meow. He can never take a compliment.
After
What
playing
was with the
through-
random sheep sound effect there? I love it. This is stupid. This is so ridiculous.
After playing through and getting all the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 2 on original hardware, this is absolutely nothing.
That final special stage is so annoying.
The final stage, I don't recall having troubles with the 7th one, but the 6th one is my bane.
Really? I remember the 7th one being so bad because of the final sections that are literally, you cannot plan for this. Just starts throwing rings at you. I always had trouble with that. Because I could never plan where the rings were gonna land.
Yeah, those sections, my strategy is basically hold right. And then you just spin around the tube and collect what you can.
That is a good plan of action. So those icons on the left, is that passwords? Does
Yeah, it's
this
a
game have
password, but this password system doesn't work. It doesn't.
The password system doesn't. It's in what sense? Do you put a password in and you go to level 1, or
It
does
just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I've never got it to work, ever. Now, funny enough, Earthworm Jim 2 on DOS, it calls its continue system a password as well. And I think in the original versions it was a password, but in the DOS version, if you collect all the things to get a password, it actually just saves it in the file select. So
Right, okay.
you just get to be able to start off.
So it refers to it as a password, but it's actually just a save in the PC, in the DOS version. When you rescued that hamster, is it a hamster? Guinea pig?
Mm-hmm.
Previously, the little section that it came from, that's where the level skip is in the PC and the Sega CD version.
How do you get in there?
I distinctly remember. You jump up there.
You can't jump up that high in this version.
I'm pretty sure you can get up there in the Sega CD version. Maybe they lowered it. But that's where that level skip is. I remember you rescue one of those hamster guinea pigs, whatever, and you jump in there, and then it skips the level. So stressful, so stressful. You're doing great. You're doing great, past you who recorded this video. Except you already told us you do it first time, so the
spoilers.
Yeah, the shock is gone.
No, I could actually be remembering wrong. Maybe I'm only remembering the test footage.
Ooh, what? Whoa, secret!
Yeah.
Who would ever think to go through a solid wall?
If you go a little too fast and you slink down there and you notice that, hey, these tiles are in front of me, then you might think, maybe I should look a little deeper into this. Because that happened to me once, but of course I already knew it was there at that point, so... And done.
Oh, nicely done and well celebrated. You fired around in the spot to celebrate your victory.
Yep.
Oh, boss fight. Done.
If you keep jumping, it won't carry on to the next level.
Well, yeah, of course. There's the trigger where you eat him, and you have to be. Oh wait.
No,
or
eating
not,
him is in the next game.
Oh, that's the second game. Okay, fair enough. I did vaguely recall that. Oh, another episode done.
Yep. So
I guess there'll be videos to click on screen and that sort of thing.
Most likely.
So, see you next crass time. What was it?
Same calm channel.